You know, they actually once tried to revive the Titanic. Before the Titanic was found, numerous expeditions unsuccessfully tried to do so using sonar, which is the technology of using sound waves to detect objects. You know that weird sound you hear in movies and they show you something that looks like this? That's sonar. They use this to map the seabed in hopes of finding the wreckage. How this works is that as sound waves are sent across a certain area, some of those sound waves bounce back and give them a picture of what is in a certain area. In 1985, the wreck was finally found by John French-American expedition led by Jean Leroy. Or is it Louis? I can't pronounce these French names. The wreck has been the focus of intense interest. It has been visited by numerous tourists and scientists, including the submersible Titan, you know, the one which had the billionaires. There were efforts to try and revive the ship, which led to some really creative ideas to try and bring it to surface, such as attaching the ship's hull to nylon balloon. The hull is this huge black bottle. The declared objective was to bring it to Liverpool and convert it into a floating museum. It's a whole thing whereby a company was even established to do so. The project collapsed when its proponents found that they didn't know how to fill up the balloons in the first place. Calculations showed that generating enough gas to overcome water pressure would take up to 10 years. So others proposed that the ship be filled with Vaseline. Yes, this Vaseline. Others proposed that the ship be attached to ping pong balls, as they would make the ship more buoyant. Buoyancy is the force that a liquid applies on an object, allowing it to float. So less dense objects are more buoyant. Filling it with ping pong balls was actually not a bad idea, as the Mythbusters tried it in a video and it actually worked. Others proposed encasing the ship inside of an iceberg, as ice is less dense than water, allowing it to float. But all of this and other efforts to revive the ship were deemed impractical due to the extent of the damage, as you can see right here. I'm not sure if this is the Titanic wreck. This is just some random picture of a wreck I downloaded on the internet. So yeah, some parts of the ship were able to be repaired. This was done for several reasons, such as research for engineers for future purposes and investigations to understand what caused the wreck in the first place.